Starbucks got me again, guys. What can I say? I got, what did I get here? A tall iced brown sugar shake and oat milk shake and espresso. Yeah, say that 15 times in a row. I don't know if you can, but cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. We have to go over SoFi, a bunch of stocks here, the indices, what's going on, what I'm doing in these markets, guys. So let's get into it. Right now, it's about what, 3:50, so we have 10 minutes, not much left in the day, and overall, we are down except for the Russell when we're looking at these indices. The Russell's up about 0.1%, and by the way, SoFi is down. We'll cover that in a second. The Qs are down, let's see here, about 0.5%, so not too bad, but still, it's worse from earlier, so I think the losses have been piling up here, throughout the day. Well, I guess now we're seeing a little pop in the last 20 minutes, but yeah, it's been downtrending all day. SPY's down, let's see, about zero point 0.3, right? Yeah, about a 0.25%, 0.4% roughly, 0.3 right in there. And the Dow's down the most, almost 0.6%, as the VIX is up over 4%. So each time the VIX has gotten down to the teens, guys, we keep going back over 20. So yesterday we got to 1850 on the VIX. It's allergic to the teens, which it makes sense considering what's going on overseas right now. Yeah, there's a lot that could potentially happen this weekend in Iran, all this stuff, which I'm not a geopolitical expert. We're not going to dive into that in this video, but what does that cause? Uncertainty, right? So it makes sense. The VIX is going up. Stocks are selling off. What's going to happen over the weekend in Iran? Is anything going to happen? Are things going to happen? Maybe, right? So the uncertainty now causing these indices to go down, even though the Russell's up, it's still prone to go down tomorrow, and the VIX is up here. Metals are creeping up. Looks like gold's up 0.25%, silver's up 1%. Bitcoin, funny enough, you would think it would be down today, but nope. Bitcoin's up 1.5%. We're pushing 67K, but I mean, guys, it's been bludgeoned to death. So it's like, all right, it makes sense. It's consolidating. It's up a little bit, but still down 50% pretty much from highs. So it's one of those days. And again, with the uncertainty, we might have another red day tomorrow, So let me show you now what's going on with SoFi. It's hanging on by a thread at $19. It's not looking pretty. And we've been talking about this descending triangle every day pretty much on the channel, and we're just watching it. It's like paint drying, or watching paint dry. It's about to play out any second now, guys. It might not. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but I think it's going to play out. And we can see we dipped our toes into the 18s about an hour ago, and now we're seeing a nice rally into close on SoFi. If I pull the intraday, you can see it. We hit 1897. Now we're pushing 1930, so we're up 35-ish cents off the lows, about 1.7%. And yeah, it's breaking out on the intraday, but guys, we're still obviously in a downtrend. And at this point, 5-day, it's not looking great for the bulls. We have a death cross. We just took out the lows from earlier this month on this 1 hour chart. You're seeing that same thing, death cross under these moving averages. We're right at the lows from the 5th of February. So at this point, it's not looking too pretty, and today it's down 1.25% right now, almost 1.5% at the start of this video, and I think earlier this in this day it was down 2%, over 2%. So bears are gaining an edge, and they have been, and until we get a push out of at least $20, $21, I'm not changing my mind. The charts have to prove me wrong, and at this point, we're really not seeing any crazy signs. The only thing that could really save SoFi at this point is if the entire market just absolutely ripped. But again, with the uncertainty, going back to what I said earlier, with everything going on overseas right now, do you really think we're going to see a ridiculous string of green days right now? I don't necessarily think so, unless nothing happens over the weekend. If nothing happens over the weekend, things, calm down, which I doubt, right? But if that happens, though, okay, maybe we do have a relief rally day come Monday, Tuesday, maybe a couple green days. But do you think that's going to happen with what we're hearing going on over there right now? I don't know. You take, you let me know what you think in the comments. So I'm leaning more towards more red before we see green. That's just me being honest on this name at least. And honestly, for the overall stock market with the uncertainty now, we might have another red day. Like I said, tomorrow, depending on what happens over the weekend, it could get ugly Monday, Tuesday. Unless nothing happens, like I said, then we might have that rebound early next week. But at this point, it's not looking too great. And I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer. I've bought SoFi. I'm long SoFi. I was buying in the $5, $6, $7, $8 window. I'm long a bunch of stocks. I'm not a perma bear. It's just obvious stuff, with what's going on overseas, the uncertainty. We could be going lower here. I really think we could be. And I'm sitting tight. I'm sitting tight right now. I have a decent amount of cash on the sidelines waiting to make some moves. And I'm comfortable with that. So what do you guys think overall with this name? And we've covered before. I think if we take 1850 out, which that's where my alert's at, I think we're going to 17. I think we're going 1750, that general range. So what do you guys think about SoFi? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, we're on the road to 100,000 subs. And I think 50% of you guys watch the content here and you're not subscribing. So if that's you, feel free to subscribe if you want and help your boy get up to 100,000 subscribers. Cheers to all the viewers out there. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I really do. So let's see here some other movers. We do have a good amount of movers. We talked about First Majestic Silver earlier, and this is a stock that I talked about for, years, right? Not all the time, but here and there we've covered First Majestic Silver. I think when I first started talking about it, and it's one of those silver stocks, right? It was down for years. I think we first started talking about it when it was at $20. I think it might have been here, no joke, before it had this huge run. No, it was at $8. No, it was at $8. Then it had that huge run to 20. This is when we started talking about it right here. And then it was down for years, right? So it was kind of down and out. We forgot about it. And since silver started running up again, we've been talking about it, calling it out. And this thing has been on fire, guys. It's up another 10% today. We have a cup and handle. I think if AG takes out 25, 25.50, this is going to go. I think we're going $28, maybe higher. So I like the setup on this. Let's see. We have some other movers. Let's see. Chewy's up, but the chart looks like crap. Teladoc, same thing. Oh, terrible. Coherent looks pretty good actually. Up around 3 3/4%. We're ripping through these moving averages. Kind of looks like Coherent's making a move, trying to at least, back to those post-earnings highs. We hit about 245, 250. So watch out for that on Coherent. We traded this, called it out in the Patreon, actually, in Discord. We talked about it. I think I bought it at 190. I think it was at 190. We sold it, or I sold it at 210-ish. I forget exactly I know the entry was 190. I'm forgetting where I sold it. But we locked in that gain. Beautiful trade. And now it's starting to look good again. But I'm not really looking to chase this one. Gonna see how it plays out here in the low mid 200s. It does look pretty good though. It really does. If it squeezes through 250, this could be another big runner, or it could see another big move. So keep your eyes on COHR. Let's see what else. XNET, that's a mover today. CrowdStrike's a mover, which you guys probably saw. PANW, Palo Alto, they reported earnings and their stock tanked like 10%. Cybersecurity. So you can see on the max chart, Palo Alto is at a very interesting spot on the charts. I think we get support here, 140, 150. Looks like we're already getting some consolidation. You're noticing it on the 5-day, 5-minute. Today's pretty much over in any second now, right? 30 seconds of trading left. So today was a consolidation day. Yesterday was as well. So this looks good. We're putting in a floor temporarily at 145, 150 on the stock. It's not 100% official that we're going to hold, but this is good. And if this continues and we start to creep up again, that's exactly what we want to see. And overall, man, I think this, there goes the closing bell. I think this is just too beaten up. I really do. Palo Alto and CrowdStrike and Zscaler, all of these. But if I had to pick, I mean, it's hard. But if I had to pick one, I don't own any of these right now. I'm probably going CrowdStrike. My second pick might be Palo Alto, but at this point, I'm a little nervous buying into CrowdStrike into earnings, considering what's been going on with these with these software cybersecurity stocks, right? Even though they play critical roles and they will be huge in my opinion, these companies with AI, the data center, securing them. In the short term, man, look, CrowdStrike is actually up $50 from the low. That's what, 13%? And at this point, these stocks have been getting crushed after earnings, no matter what, pretty much, even if the numbers are good. So why would I buy CrowdStrike now if I could just wait 2 weeks and potentially get it much lower? So I'm going to wait on all these names. That's me personally, but I'm not counting them out. I'm just being patient, and that's the name of the game right now. And yeah, kind of letting things fall in your lap almost. And I'm not looking to throw a bunch of money into these software stocks, just a select few. Mainly my only one that I own right now is Toast. TOST, which we talked about. My average on that's like 32 a share, roughly. So I am down on that a little bit. And CrowdStrike, man, it might enter the portfolio again if we get a big dump after earnings. Definitely if that happens. We'll see. If it rips, I got to be honest, I'm not going to touch it unless the chart setup looks good. It depends. We'll see. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that. Check out the Patreon as well if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my trades, all that. Linked down below. The private Discord's in there as well. Check it out. I'll leave the link in the comments as well, or go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great night.